Tom Maynard smashed the fastest LV County Championship 100 of the summer after Corey Colleymore and Tim Murtagh had ripped through Surrey on an incredible third day of their match with Middlesex, who'd enforced the follow-on in Guildford. 423 runs were hit and 16 wickets fell in the day, which began with Surrey starting their reply to Middlesex's first innings total of 308, which had been spread over 2 wet days, and it began badly. Aaron Haranath in his first knock of the season nicked a slip, and he was quickly followed by Rory Hamilton-Brown, who was leg before to Colleymore, even if he didn't like the decision one bit. Mark Ramprakash has for years saved his very best form for his former county, but then again Middlesex aren't the only team to have suffered at his hands, or those of Zander de Bruyn. Between them they settled things down with a partnership of 37. Stephen Crook then became an instant Middlesex hero when a looping full-length delivery removed Ramprakash's middle stump. He went for 18. Murtagh then joined in with the equally important wicket of de Bruyn, who offered the bowler a return catch to go for 21. And when Murtagh followed that up with the wicket of Maynard, who was bowled for a duck, Surrey were in disarray on 72 for 5. Surrey turned to their T20 openers Steve Davis and Jason Roy, who's also been opening up in the LV County Championship until this game, to alter the situation. The follow-on wouldn't have been on anybody's minds, as these two took the total to 107, only 52 runs away from that target. But those thoughts would have changed dramatically in the space of half a dozen overs after Davis ran a ball from Murtagh to Sam Robson in the gully to go for 27. 3 balls later, Murtagh produced an identical delivery to the one which got rid of Maynard. This time it was Gareth Batty who was out without scoring. Colleymore then returned to bowl Tim Linley with a delivery which shot along the ground, before Murtagh claimed his third 5-wicket haul of the summer by having Stuart Meeker held by Neil Dexter, a Middlesex captain who must have been on cloud 9. Even more so when Colleymore found the right length again to bowl Roy for 26. He had figures of 4 for 22, while Murtagh took 5 for 30, as Surrey had been rapidly dismissed for 117 in 36 overs. With so much time already lost to the weather, Dexter had little option but to ask Surrey to have another go, even with Colleymore and Murtagh carrying niggles, and Haranath's wretched day was completed when he edged a drive off Stephen Finn and was caught by Jamie Dalrymple. Surrey had begun this innings trailing by 191 runs, and only 11 of those had now been knocked off, so Hamilton-Brown decided that enough was enough, and he went after the bowling. Twice he hit maximums, first off Finn, and then off Dexter, as the counter-attack was started not that long before tea. The remainder of the day was nothing short of sensational. Hamilton-Brown is definitely a modern-day opening batsman, standing and delivering, and on his day there are few better strikers of a cricket ball. His 50 came off only 44 balls. This was his 8th 4 to go with those pair of sixes. It was thrilling stuff from the Surrey skipper. Ramprakash was keeping him company at the other end as this pair knocked off 74 of their deficit in 18 overs. Slow going in comparison with what was to come. Middlesex would have gone into the tea break in very high spirits after Ramprakash was out for the second time in a day, as Murtagh trapped him in front for 21. And then to the last ball before the interval, Finn found Hamilton-Brown's leading edge to have him caught by Robson for 62. 97 for 3 at tea became 114 for 4 soon after it, as Davis gave Murtagh his 7th wicket of an extraordinary day, which was about to take extraordinary to a new level. When Maynard joined de Bruyn, Surrey were 4 down and trailing by 77, yet in the next 21 overs, they turned that deficit into a lead of 93 with a stand of 170. It was better than most sides managed in T20 cricket. Who knows what had been said in the Surrey dressing room, but seeing some of the shots that Maynard played in particular, it must have been to go out and enjoy yourself. The boundaries were soon flowing as all of the bowlers took a bit of tap to ruin what had been an exceptional day for them so far. Maynard was first to his 50. It had come from just 35 balls. And he then went into lift-off, clearly believing that his attacking policy was working. Colleymore can't have been charged at that many times in his career. Finn came on to replace him, but he was soon whipped over the ropes for another 6, as Surrey now raced into a lead, still with 4 wickets down. The 100 partnership was brought up in only 12 overs. De Bruyn was hardly a slouch at the other end. His 50, yet another one of an exceptional first summer for his county, came from just 64 deliveries. It was his 8th 50-plus score of the summer. He was, though, being left behind by the magnificent Maynard, who hit his second 6 as he moved through the numbers on his way to a quite brilliant 100. De Bruyn kept his foot on the gas too. It didn't seem to matter who was bowling or where they were putting the ball. The result was invariably the same. While these two were together, 28 fours were hit and 2 sixes at a rate of around a boundary and a half every single over of their partnership. That partnership was finally ended when De Bruyn for once didn't find the gap and drilled another fierce drive at Chris Rogers, who took an incredible one-handed catch. De Bruyn's 82 had come in less than 2 hours off 96 deliveries. Maynard was unstoppable though. The former Glamorgan man has only ever hit 100 before, so his second came with his 16th 4 and a bit of the kitchen sink thrown in. Roy and Marcus Trescothick had shared the previous quickest ton in this season's LV County Championship of 89 balls. Maynard had needed only 67. At least Middlesex picked up the wicket of Roy before the close, his wicket the result of another grubber, as he was bowled for 3 before Maynard and Linley saw out this amazing day. By the close, Surrey had blasted their way to 306 for 6, with 209 of those coming in the final session to now lead by 115 runs. Both sides have certainly made up for lost time. A draw had appeared to be the most likely result at the start of the day, but now it's likely to be anything other than that. Who takes the winning points may well depend on Maynard, who resume on the final day on 105.